The United Nations road to peace requires universal collective security against armed aggression. That we must achieve, and I believe we shall achieve it.
When the world came together after the atrocities of the Second World War, they wanted to create something that had teeth, that really could make a difference. When you enter the Security Council chamber, you realize that it's a very solemn and dignified space.
Our job was to preserve the iconic features, the character-defining features of the room. So we are staying with the spirit of the original building and upgrading it and making it more crisp.
The idea that very important people would sit and make long speeches to each other, and that would be the business, isn't what happened. It was a much more fluid situation, and I think that was good.
Right here in these rooms and council chambers, wars have been stopped. You may ask, how were they stopped? By negotiating and talking and proposing and suggesting. By words around a conference table.
The restoration of the table was a work of love. It's a beautiful table, and it was deeply overused. No one carved their initials in there.
No one is seated above each other. Everybody is seated with their face against their colleagues. They will always be able to look each other in the eyes. And it sends a very strong message on how the Security Council should work.
Hammarskjöld tried to use the machinery of the council to stop people from fighting. One of the many things that came out of that was the peacekeeping operations, which didn't exist before. It was completely new.
The design elements in the room speak to the mission of the room, peace.
The anchors represent the faith, the growing wheat, hope, and the hearts represent charity. The painting by Per Krog signifies a new beginning. It's about the phoenix rising out of the ashes. This is the world after the Second World War.
You start off with chaos on the bottom of the painting, and you have scenes of peace as you move up the painting.
The last 10 to 20 years, we have seen a much stronger focus on women, peace and security, children in armed conflict. And I think it's a very positive look towards the future that these are now so high up on the Council's agenda.
You're looking at this particular chamber. It's a wonderful thing that we suddenly remember who put it together. And in the circumstance in which Norway came to do this. That's the spirit we really want to see here.